Morning, friend. I'm doing a mini series, and I just got that idea today. And the mini series is going to be about how do you access your work when you feel like you've done it all? How do you access your work when you've been working your arse off and you're doing all the things seemingly right, and you go into all the classes and you re-qualify something else, or you go and you learn another strategy or another person's course, and you feel like there isn't much more that you could actively do, and yet you know that whatever it is that you're here for, you haven't attained it, you haven't actualized it, you're not living it out. So I'm going to take us through 4 different stages, and I'm going to be here live at this kind of time for the next 4 days, because on Friday I've got something very exciting. So today I want to focus on when success stops feeling like it's success. That moment when you look around and you realize, oh shit, I have worked my arse off, because that's you have to. I have worked my arse off to get all of these things, all of these people, in this place, in this time, right now. I couldn't ask for much more, and yet there is this overwhelming feeling of emptiness. It looks like it should be perfect, and yet it's empty. Now, there's a caveat to this. Very often, this little guy here, the quick fix plum guy, he is just permanently being like, oh yeah, but there's this thing that's missing. Let's hyper focus on getting this thing, and then it will feel good, and then it will feel lovely. And so we get busy and we get down to business going after that. There might be something in your life where you're like, yeah, but if I had this, and money is a really unfun one because it doesn't seem to matter. One of the people that I'm working with at the moment has £30,000 just sitting in her bank. She said to me, oh, it's not the money, is it? Money's a really awful quick fix plum because there's no end to it. Steal a brain rot. Are any of your kids playing that? I refuse to allow my children, because all it does is teaching them this perpetual state of wanting more and wanting more. For what, buddy? What do you want it for? I don't know. I just want it. That is how the brain, the survival brain, is wired. And if we don't catch that, then we get lost in the spiral of it, and it is relentless. So it might be that you've got a quick fix plum that you define as the thing, but ultimately you're at this place in your life where you're realizing, holy moly, this way of operating, this way about going about things, this treadmill that I find myself on when there's always more to get, it's not working. I don't feel good. I don't feel whole. I feel empty, and I don't know what else to do about it. And this is the bit, I am fucking open. That was the point I had to reach. My atheist ass had to reach a point of, well, this isn't working. This feels horrible. I have everything that I could possibly want. So what? Now, if you don't fall into any one camp of, I don't know, if you find yourself being like, I'm curious, I'm intrigued about more, but I'm not like hardcore spiritual, I'm made for you. If you are hardcore spiritual and you know you've got spiritual work to access, but you know you're not accessing it at the level that you are made to, I am made for you. If none of that intrigues you whatsoever, you just want to sort your brain out and stop listening to it so emphatically, and stop believing the nonsense that it spouts at you all of the time, which are literally just every mean voice that has ever said anything to you that your brain just holds on to, being like, that was awful, let's not do that again, I'm going to keep reminding you so that we don't. I am for you. So it's a wide plethora. What I want you to land in today is, where can you see that disconnect? Can you see how what you have created and what you have manifested and what you have grown for yourself is cool? Yes, there are quick fix plums that your brain is going to be hyper focused on. I don't know if we're ever going to not have goals. I don't know if we're ever going to just be at peace with like, oh, I'm just going to float around and chill. But what I do know is that moment of realization has to come of, this isn't working. And a really cool gauge of that is looking at the last goal that you set yourself. What was the last plum that you set yourself, that you promised yourself? If I just actualize this, then I will feel whole. I will feel good. It will feel like enough. I can calm down a little bit. I can take the breaks off. I can go on holiday and actually sit down and not work and not take the laptop. What was the last thing that you promised yourself would be that? What was the last course that you took was going to be the course that was going to allow you to step into your work? What was the last thing that you did that you remember very clearly, be like, this is it? And well, you've got to get to that point, because if you're just going to spend your life in my work trying to chase more quick fix plums, you're going to have a rotten time. Look at the evidence of, oh my God, it literally doesn't matter what I do. It never feels good enough. It will never feel like I'm enough. It will never feel like it's big enough. Because the moment you can see that there is that gap, we create an entry-level access point, and that's what this whole work is about. We create a space between the thinking operating system of the brain saying, "Oh my God, we have to go about it this way. This is just absolute," and we create a bit of space, being like, "Really? Because is it working? Do we want to continue this way? If you lived this last year for the rest of your life, would you want that? Oh, okay, so I need to look at doing it a little bit differently." If that is you, if there is this quiet ache inside you that is saying, I can't keep doing it this way, I have to do it different, there must be a different way of going about this, I literally made this series for you. So come along, watch along. My work is made for you. And if that is you and you're like, yes, I've got some really cool resources that I can give you kind of ahead of time so that you're above the curve. So you can use those as well. Because our brains love strategy. Our brains love something concrete to hold on to. So if we can give and feed the brain that deeper part of you, that I define as actual you, gets to come to the surface, and it feels held and it feels safe, and it will allow actual you and the work that you're here to do to flourish and grow and spill out of you in all the ways it is made to. That sounds like your jam on toast. Good. Buckle up, buttercup. We're in this ride together. I'm excited. I'll see you tomorrow, same kind of time. Thereabouts. Okay, love you. Bye.